In this lecture, we are going to see how to create circles. Here, we have two types of circles, simple circle and perimeter circle. Let us go for a simple circle. Click on circle, and as we had not gone to the sketcher interface, so it is asking us to select a plane. Let me press the escape key. I'll show you again. If you select the sketch, then it will ask you to select the plane. But if you are not selecting any sketch and still you want to create this circle, just select the circle. Automatically it will give you the selection of planes. So I can select maybe this plane, and now I can create a circle. See, just click to create the center and click again to create the complete circle. Press on the escape key to exit from the command. Now, if we want to constrain this, there are three constraints that we have to give. First is, of course, the radius or the diameter, and second and third is the x and y coordinates of this center point. Now, how are we going to do it? Let us constrain this circle. So, as I told you, first we have to give the radius or diameter. Let us take the smart dimensions and we'll take this circle and we'll give the diameter, maybe 80. Press on the enter key. Press on the escape key to exit from the command. And now we have to give the position of this center. To give that, we can take smart dimensioning again, and I'll take this center point and origin. And you can see I can give the vertical dimension and also the horizontal dimension. Let us give the horizontal dimension. I'll click here and maybe let us give some 40. Press on the enter key. You can see. Again, I'll take this center and this origin. Along this vertical, we'll give a dimension. Maybe I'll give some 50. Press on the enter key. And press on the escape to exit from the command. You can see the circle has become black. That indicates it's fully defined or completely constrained. Also, you can find it here. It is fully defined. You can see. So, we have constrained a circle. In the following lectures, we have many examples where we are going to use these circles. So, you are going to learn about constraining in depth. Next is perimeter circle. Suppose we have maybe 3 points. Those 3 points may be from anywhere, but let us consider these 3 lines which forms a triangle, and let us go for perimeter circle. Click on perimeter circle. We'll select this point, this endpoint, and this endpoint. Press on the escape key and you can see we have formed a perimeter circle which connects 3 points. Now, if those 3 points are constrained, then automatically this circle will be completely constrained. If you see, this is example 5. We are going to create this example 5 drawing, and here you can see we have some circles. We are going to know how to create them and constrain them. Let us start. Here if you see, I have opened this file in the last lecture and I want to close it. So simply I'll go to file and close this file. I don't want to save. This is the basic gateway. From here I will go for creating a new file. Now let us start creating the sketch. So for that, I'll click on the sketch icon, select any plane. I'll select this top plane and we will go for creating the sketch. I'll show you the sketch once more. Here it composes of a rectangle and 3 circles. So the method is, first we should go for the outer boundary, and then we can go for creating the inner circles or any other feature which is inside it. So first let us create this boundary, which is a rectangle of 80 into 30. We'll take line and I'll create 4 lines, a horizontal line, a vertical, another horizontal line. I'll drag this point to create a perfect rectangle, and you can see It's a closed boundary. Let us give the dimensions. This dimension is 30 and this dimension is 80. You can see the rectangle is formed, but it's not constrained because it has not been given any kind of references with respect to this origin. Let us give it. We'll take smart dimensioning from this point to this line. I'll give it as 30 divided by 2, which is 15. Similarly, I'll take this line and this point, and here I'll give it as 80 divided by 2, 40. And you can see the rectangle is completely constrained. Now let us go for inserting the circles. We'll take circle and directly I'll take this origin point. What it will do is, it will create a coincide constant with the origin directly. But to show you, I'll create it outside, maybe somewhere here. And then I'll coincide this point, use the control key with this point using the coincide constraint. You can see. Now let us give the dimension. The diameter of this is 20. So 20, enter. Press on the escape key to exit from the command. Now I'll take circle again and I'll create a circle somewhere here. Press on the escape key. This circle is of diameter 10. Let us give the diameter 10. Press the enter key. Now I'll take this point, which is the center point of the circle, and use the control key, this point. These 2 points I want to align it horizontally. Click on horizontal. You can see both of them have been aligned horizontally. Next, we have to find out what is left out. I can see what is left out, but I want to show you how I can see what is left out. Here, if you see, the sketch is underdefined, definitely. We'll just hold this center and move. You can see. So, what we have done is, along vertical, we have aligned these 2 centers horizontally. That means it cannot move in the vertical direction, but in horizontal direction it can move. So, we have to bind it horizontally. Select this point and this point. Here, if you see the drawing, we have been given this dimension as 15 from this edge to this point. From this point to this point, you can calculate 40 minus 15. So, what we can do is, just double click on this dimension and we can give a dimension of 40 minus 15. It's 25. Or you can also take a dimension from this line to this point and give it as 15. Both will work. There is no issue. What I would suggest is, whatever dimension is given in the drawing, try to give the same dimension. Here I wanted to show you that the calculations directly we can use it when we are feeding the dimensions. Like for this, we have given 40 minus 15. So you need not calculate. This is a very simple dimension. 40 minus 15 is 25. But suppose you are having a dimension something like 40.234 and the other dimension may be some 15.386. So if you want to subtract both, it will take some time. Instead, you can directly feed the value here. Automatically, you will be getting the dimension here. Now let us go for the other circle. I'll click here and create the circle. Now we will take this and this 2 points aligned horizontally. And let us go for equating this circle and this circle's radius. So just click on this equal. So both the radius will be equal. Now let us give the dimension from here to this edge. We have been given a dimension as 65. Here the placement of these dimensions is not important. It's not going to reflect in your drawing, that is in drafting drawing. Because for drafting we have a separate module, you can decide which dimensions you want in which alignment. But for sketch, there is no issue with dimension. You can keep it anywhere. I would suggest is if you keep it stacked up like this, maybe here, this we can put it here and here. So you will have a clear idea on which dimensions are imparted to which objects. It is very important. And with this, if you see, we have completed the example.